Yo, we live. Cool. So, good morning, everybody. Um, I was thinking about going back to sleep, but I didn't because I saw on my timeline a lot of people still talking about Dave Chappelle's Redemption Song and what it meant for him and what it meant for them as fans and what it meant for creatives owning their own shit and not giving that power to the people that didn't put that work in. And Dave Chappelle did some historic shit. Really fucking historic shit. Some shit that has probably never happened before. What's up, fool? And it got me to a point where I was really happy yesterday, and it really put a lot of hope in my heart for creatives as a whole and how we should be respected, how we should be treated, taking our work seriously. That's the type of shit that it really means a lot. And the fact that Dave went and did it, in my opinion, the right way by going to the people, it really shows you the power that we have over these big corporations and how their millions and billions of dollars really, I mean, it can only stretch so far. They need us. They need the people. They need the masses. And the respect level and the admiration that people have for Dave Chappelle really showed. And it really, man, I don't even know how to really put it. It just, that man is great. He's a legend. This is going to go like on top of everything that he's ever done in his lifetime, in his career. To think that he was already he's just done so much and has bent the curve so much and has set the tone for his own career. You couldn't think that he could do anything more legendary besides just keep making more fucking amazing stand-ups. But this guy seriously put a shift in the culture and how people take art and how people should how people should protect their art. He protected his shit. And he made sure that nobody else could profit off of his name without it coming to him first. He said, so sounds like he was able to pull this off because the CEO of Viacom ain't a dickhead like the past people in office. Ooh, they were talking about him. Yeah, Charlemagne was saying the new dude is all about giving back and doing the right thing. Them kind of people got to be in power, not those dickheads. Exactly. And the fact that he has his show back, now he can create more content. He could even release more Chappelle Show shit. More new Chappelle Show. It could. Now that it's his, he can have the free range to do whatever the fuck he wants with it now. He ain't got to worry about no big machine telling him what he can and can't do. Nobody trying to stand over his work, his sketches, his writing. Him and Neil can go back and freely kick it and discuss how to go through sketch. Because even Neil, another person that was a part of the Chappelle Show, even he talked about the fact that there was so much shit that didn't make the Chappelle Show. Like, they have so many skits in the back burner type shit. Like, I'm excited to see where this goes. And even if Dave just wants to just have that right and have those rights to his work and doesn't feel the need to put out anything else because the Chappelle Show is what it is and it was great how it was and just leave it as a classic, that's cool too. But it would be really fucking dope to see some new Chappelle Show shit and some like behind the scenes shit. You know what I mean? And because Netflix has been so good to Dave, I'm pretty sure we'll see all that shit happen on Netflix. With Netflix, yep. I want to play this though. I don't know. They might flag this shit. They might take this fucking video down. I don't know. Maybe. I hope not. But I'm gonna play it anyway. So here we go.
All power and glory go to God. All greatness is from God. When a hero stumbles, well, the cowards rejoice. Nothing feels better to a coward than to watch a brave guy fall. Now, you guys might have seen in the news that I caught coronavirus recently, and then I did. Whoops. I did.
Nigga said
because
whoops.
In the beginning of the pandemic, I talked to a guy in the live entertainment business, and I said, when can we go back to work? He said, probably sometime in 2022. And I said, there's no fucking way I can wait that long. And I just tried to find a way that I could work. You see what we've been doing. All of you who had to endure this invasive test and wear these masks just so we could be out and hang out and be together. I tried. And after all these months, after doing all these shows, God damn it, my number was up, and then I had the Rona. Oh. Cowards rejoice at a time like this because they're so invested in being afraid. And when I said I had the coronavirus, the overwhelming majority of people wished me well. Said, we hope you get better. Take care of yourself. We don't want anything bad to happen to you. But there was a faction of people, the cowards, who said, you see that, Dave Chappelle? That's why we stay inside where it's safe, and we never try anything. Well, enjoy yourselves, motherfuckers, because I'm better now.
Charlemagne called that, he called that quarantine shaming.
Years ago, a man named Edward Snowden came to notoriety. Do you remember him?
Shout out Edward
Snowden was a whistleblower. How people feel about him is a split decision. Is he good or is he bad? Was he right or was he wrong? I don't know. What he did was he detailed a government program where our government, the United States government, was spying on its own citizens. And when he did that, people didn't really care. If you remember at that time, we were prosecuting a war on terror, and my God, what if these terrorists are living amongst us? We have to do something if they spy on some of us. I mean, who has anything to hide? Remember that. Years later, after Michael Brown got killed and riots broke out in American cities and Ferguson and all these places, you heard black Americans saying, they're militarizing our police departments, and no one cared because the unrest was so uncomfortable and so daunting, and, well, these Negroes look so angry. Nobody said anything. Remember that. On January 6th, well, American citizens stormed the Capitol. You know, I'm from Washington, D.C. A lot of my friends growing up are Capitol Hill police officers. I said, what did you do that day? What did we do? We were kicking crackers down the steps like motherfucking 300, nigga. Trying to save our country.
Hell yeah. Hey, one of the Capitol Police officers just got a gold medal of, I think it was a gold medal of honor or some shit like that. Shout out to him.
Watch the tapes.
Black man.
Watch that crowd that told Colin Kaepernick he can't kneel during a football game try to beat a police officer to death with an American flag. Look at that shit. Take that nigga lesson.
Nigga lesson, fam.
Take this nigga lesson. What was Edward Snowden talking about? Who is the terrorist now that they're looking for? It's you, not me, not my black Muslim ass. It's you. Who are they militarizing the police for? They didn't call the National Guard on my black ass. It's you. That's what white people did. They felt what black people have been feeling for 400 years. For 30 minutes, stormed the Capitol and rubbed their shit on the walls. They carried a fucking Confederate flag through the rotunda. The Confederate Army didn't even do that. Motherfuckers, you went very far. It was a simple question. Do you have a country or not? And you said no.
That's fact.
My God, man, we're in quite the pickle, aren't we? If you could solve a black American's problems, this country would have no problems. You're so busy talking about pronouns and this, that, and the other, but this is a very basic wrong. They kidnapped us. They brought us here. They treated us like shit, and all...
Whoops. Sorry about that. We're going to keep going.
All power and glory go to God. Do you have a country or not? And you... This country would have no problems. You're so busy talking about pronouns and this, that, and the other, but this is a very basic wrong. They kidnapped us. They brought us here. They treated us like shit. And all the time that they did that, they were afraid that we would do what you would do in the same situation. But did we storm the halls of the Capitol and rub our shit on the walls? Well, of course not. If that would have worked, we would have tried it. I know how to solve my problems. You need to know how to solve your problems. You need to know where your power lies. You are Americans, so your power lies in each other.
It's a fact.
A few weeks ago, I put a special out. I called it Unforgiven. I told people what my beef was with Comedy Central. I never talked about it. I demanded that the network pay me. Many of my peers laughed at me because that's a ridiculous thing to demand. They said, well, you signed the contract, so what are you even mad about?
Hating ass niggas.
Here's the thing. I'm very good at minding my own business. And the trick to minding your own business is knowing what is your business. And these people that talk about me, these cowards that rejoice, well, they don't understand what greatness looks like. I never asked Comedy Central for anything. If you remember, I said, I'm going to my real boss, and I came to you because I know where my power lies. I asked you to stop watching the show, and thank God Almighty for you, you did. You made that show worthless because without your eyes, it's nothing. And when you stopped watching it, they called me, and I got my name back, and I got my license back, and I got my show back, and they paid me millions of dollars. Thank you very much.
That warms my heart.
When I took 12 years off and you put me right back on top when I came back, I couldn't thank you enough. You have kept me free. I have not had to do what so many of my colleagues have to do because of you. I have no idea what dicks taste like. This is a very important moment. I want to thank Ted Sarandos at Netflix, a CEO who had the courage to take my show off its platform at financial detriment to his company just because I asked him. And I want to thank Chris McCarthy of CBS Viacom. This guy is younger than me, and like most people younger than me, has an interest in making the past right, and did something that was very courageous. And finally, after all these years, I can finally say to Comedy Central, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Now, I can't play the music. Earl still really fucking flag my shit. So we're going to play my own beats behind this shit. That's so funny. But Dave got his shit back, man. I'm happy. Let's rejoice. Oh, that was on point. Listen here, man. I'm so fucking proud. I'm so fucking proud. Like, honestly, as a fucking Dave Chappelle fucking just all around fan of that guy, no matter what it is that he does, movies, stand up, sitcom, like fucking sketch con, like it doesn't matter. Like, this dude has put in the work and is one of, like, literally, for me, in my top 5, like, you should let me know your top 5 comedians, but my top 5 will be Chappelle, man, I want to say this person is number 2, but I can't. Fuck it, it's not in order. I'm not gonna say this in order. I'm just gonna give you my top 5. Chappelle, Mike Epps, Patrice O'Neal, Holcomb, the one and only Corey Holcomb, and man, who's gonna be at 5? I'm thinking of so many different people. Damn. I gotta give it to Rich, man. The legend, Richard Pryor. I gotta give it to Pryor. Now, that's not in order, but when I say the people that have made me laugh the hardest in my entire life, it's these people. And one of the most fucked up things, like, just to take it back, like, I remember when the Chappelle Show was going down, man. I remember when, you know, waiting on the new episodes to drop. I remember, like, vividly hating how quick they'd go to commercial breaks all the time because they just get done playing a funny ass sketch and you want more. Like, that was the show you wanted more of. And we couldn't get that because of how big business plays out. Dave had to fuck around and deal with big business. And he had to make a decision. Does money mean everything to the point where I have to lose not only my credibility, but my creativity, my soul? He made a decision that literally the tiniest grain of percentage of people do in the business of Hollywood, especially when you have millions of dollars sitting in front of your face, guaranteed. That $50 million from Comedy Central was guaranteed. As soon as he signed the contract, that money was his. And he walked away from it. And everybody's like, nobody in their right mind. You remember they tried to call him crazy. They even tried to say this motherfucker was smoking crack. Bruh. Andrew stood on that. LOL, you signed the deal. See, sometimes Andrew needs to shut the fuck up. Love Andrew Schultz. But he doesn't know shit about what somebody like Dave Chappelle goes through. They're in two totally different levels. And Andrew has nowhere near the push, respect, and admiration that Dave has, to the point where if Andrew was in the same situation as Dave, he could not pull that off. And that's him going to the people. If Andrew went to his fans and said, yo, stop watching my Netflix special because they're not paying me what I'm owed, Netflix wouldn't give a fuck. And that's no disrespect to Andrew, but that's just the levels that they're in two different levels. Dave made everybody stop watching. Everybody. Because any and everybody who is a fan of Dave Chappelle respects him at the highest level. And what Dave did was put a call to the people, and the people responded heavily. And they made it so that that man could get his fucking name back. Easy Speezy says Chappelle, Eddie, Patrice, Red Fox, and Rich. Yep. Dynamic list. Put all them on one bill, sell out the entire arena. It's ridiculous. A bunch of greats. Dave had every right to want to get what's owed to him, whether it's contractual or not. See, like, what people don't understand is Comedy Central didn't have to do any of that. Comedy Central could have been like, yo, fuck y'all. This is in the contract. We don't have to pay him shit. He signed a contract, just like Andrew was saying. He signed a contract. Why do we have to give him anything? Just because he decided to walk away. We didn't walk away. We put $50 million in front of his face. Like, this is the type of shit that billion-dollar corporations do to the creatives who help them get those billions. Imagine if the Chappelle Show never existed. Comedy Central will only be known for South Park. That's it. They will be only eating off South Park. They became a multi-billion dollar business because of the Chappelle Show. Do your research. The Chappelle Show is huge. And it was only, 2-3 seasons? Like, it was so huge to the point where they were like, okay, we get it. He left. He's somewhere in Africa. He doesn't want to fuck with us anymore, but let's get all these behind the clip scenes together and drop these special edition episodes and get more money off his name, off his face, off the work that he put in. Like, these motherfuckers are slimy. Right. Now, I was going to mention that. Now, the difference between that, so my nigga Fu said Andrew did go to the people for his career when the bug head shut him out. Now, the difference between that is when Andrew called on the people to support him and to get his own shit popping on YouTube, that was to get him going. He wasn't under any contract. He wasn't under any contract at that point. He was just free ranging his shit. Chappelle, this is 20 years down the line. Damn near 20 years down the line. No corporation in history would be like, yo, let me even though it's in contract that we don't have to do this, let's break bread with this motherfucker. Let's rip this fucking contract up. This is null and void. Fuck that contract. This man deserves all these millions. He deserves his license, his name. I can't think of one corporation that has ever, one big business that has ever done that for any fucking creative out here. I want that to be a normal thing. I wish that would be something that other big corporations take heed to. Y'all have the bread. And on top of that, it'll give more people incentive to want to fucking work with you. It'll build more trust around people wanting to do shit with them. And I don't think they understand. Independence is at an all-time high. Nobody is eager to sign a deal with anyone when it comes to whatever you're in. Music, entertainment, it doesn't matter. People, and like the only people that really are gung-ho on wanting to sign to somewhere are fucking actors and shit. And really it's because they have to. There are no independent actors out here who are just independently lit. Like you damn near have to sign to somewhere to be in movies and shit. I don't know what the fuck the whole contract shit is behind that. But if you are a entertainer, artist, whatever, you don't have to sign no contract. You can get out here independent. You can have your own independent manager, your own independent label. You can have, literally, you can mimic what these labels do by having everyone who is skilled in a certain position that they have at a label. You can have that in your own circle, your own independent circle. You can have your manager. You can have your stylist. You can have your publicist. You can have your fucking your road manager. You can have your stage managers. You can have all that shit. Find the people that are good in these areas. There's a lot of people who are really good at this shit, but they're just out of work. It's different ways that you can build yourself up independently where you don't have to worry about a huge corporation coming and taking most of the shit that you worked hard for. And like I said, regardless if it was supposed to be a contract or not, or supposed to be in the contract or not, Dave earned and he's owed his own show and his name. Like Dave Chappelle isn't a stage name. That's his actual fucking name. Like, you got to think about it. When the first rollout went, when the Chappelle Show hit streaming platforms, when it hit Netflix and HBO and all that shit, you got to think about it. Dave didn't see any of that money. Nobody went to him. And Dave is big as shit. Dave is the biggest comedian in the world. Dave is, like I said, one of the most respected and admired people, not even just comedians, people in the world. And the very same outlet, Netflix, that gave him that $60 million to do specials on their platform, didn't think to go to Dave and be like, hey, this is happening. They're putting the Chappelle Show on these streaming platforms. They want us to put it out on ours. Is it cool with you? Do you want it to be something where you go to them? Blah, blah, blah. None of that happened because they think money first. But I got to give Netflix the props of taking it down as soon as Dave had a problem with it. Because he's more important to them than the content. The respect that they have for him is more important than putting out the content and making that money. So I gotta admire them for doing the right thing, because HBO didn't do it right away. Comedy Central didn't really say shit at all. So when the people did their due diligence and stopped streaming the show all around, they felt that. And they had no choice but to respect his wishes and then put more on that, which means giving him his name back, giving him his license, and giving him millions and millions of dollars that was rightfully owed to him out of integrity. You know, like when we talked about Zoe paying back Corey 10 grand and trying to pay him back the full 20 off of integrity. That was an integrity move by Comedy Central. They owed him. How the fuck do you even put out a show with a man's name on it and not think to want to pay him for it? It's not like Dave Chappelle, some irrelevant ass has-been comic sitting at fucking home depressed that he didn't make it. And now he just wants a chance for people to see him again. Respect that man. This was like, and I like this. I like the new approach that he's been taking lately, because life hasn't been so fucking funny over the past year or so. Yeah, you can crack a couple jokes here and there, but I think we need a little bit of rerouting in the system, because I feel like we are in a mental warfare. They know the importance of optics. Hell yeah. I feel like we're in a mental warfare, and I say that because the first thing we do when we wake up is we pick our phones up and we start ingesting and damn near oversaturating our minds with what we see on the internet. And a lot of the times it dictates our mood. You open your phone and you see some negative shit, your mood's fucked up a little. Like you wake up and you try to find different reasons to get in a better mood just because off of what you saw on your phone. Like we're mentally in a place where we need some stability in the mind right now. I don't want us to fall victim to this mental warfare that they're trying to push onto us. They want us to be glued to our phones. They want us to be glued to social media. They want us to read what they're putting out. The mind is important in times like this. We're going through a pandemic. A lot of people are out of jobs. A lot of people are struggling. There are a lot of people out here waiting for another fucking stimulus check. There's people out here who are literally they can't do shit for themselves right now due to the pandemic. That's already hard enough. We have to protect the mind. I think I'm interested in how much they gave him, to be honest. Government really got exposed again. Elaborate. I do want to know how much he got, because I mean, it's not up to me to be like, oh, you know, to say what he's worth, but clearly it was a good enough amount of money for Dave to be like, you know what, that's cool. It was a pleasure doing business with y'all. Thank you for paying me what I was owed off integrity. Energy is real and it doesn't die. It just travels from one place to the next. Facts. And you got to also understand that in this time, especially during the pandemic, these businesses have every reason to be like, we not giving up no extra dividends. Even though they did get bailed out real heavy. Pandemic showing they don't give a damn about the people. The pandemic has shown how much, and not that we didn't know this already, but it gave more confirmation to the people that have faith in this government. The pandemic has made it so that people can see, damn, y'all have the power to do certain shit, but what y'all choose to do is sit around and debate and argue and put our lives in y'all hands and juggle them around because of y'all opinion of what y'all think we should get. Like, imagine that. Motherfuckers say, hey, we want to give them 2,000. Nah. Give them 600. Wait, so you telling me you have the option to give that you can give everybody 2,000, but you said, no, fuck that. Take 1,400 off that motherfucker and give them $600. We need to send that money somewhere else that really doesn't actually need it. Really think about that shit. Like, they know for a fact people out here struggling. They know it's a pandemic right now. They know that we have been dealing with this shit for over a year. Over a year. They thought one $1,200 check would fix a pandemic for a year, would fix people's financial problems for a year. And then just gave people an extra 600 after all that time and thought that that would last people till this month. How incredible is that? Like, we keep getting exposed to how fucked up the government is, but people still put their fucking trust in it. It's not that they don't give a damn. It's the fact that the government is reactive and not proactive. Classism at its finest. And these millionaires making these decisions. Yeah, these are people that can go on. Like, think about it. They had a choice to break us off with another COVID relief bill months ago. These niggas went on recess. These niggas took a break on y'all. They said, yeah, we know people desperately need this, but we can't come to a decision, so we'll see y'all niggas like in a few weeks or some shit. What? Like, those are the and these are the same people that say, hey, we gonna take a break, so we gonna leave and go to our hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars worth of fucking real estate and property where we aren't worried financially at all. Like, you should think about that. Like, if you had, I don't know, 100,000 in the bank right now, are you concerned about a random person's financial disparities? Fuck no. You don't care about none of that shit. This is the mind state of these people that hold your life in their hands. They already got money. Why do they even give a fuck about us, the people that don't get it? I'm telling you right now, if shit really hit the fan, and I'm talking about to the point where the whole country is just up in shit and the government is failing and there's nothing that none of these people that motherfuckers hold up in high regard and trust so much in the government, none of these people are going to come to your aid. None of these people are going to try to help you fix anything. They're going to be out there for themselves. To the most part, things are organized, so they have to pretend like they give a fuck. But when this world goes to shit, do not look for a politician to have an answer for you. They don't give a fuck. They themselves wouldn't expect that same money that they think is too much for us or we don't deserve. Facts. Like, now all stimulus talk is on hold because of the trial. If there is another stimulus, it will be April before the people ever see it. And that's another thing. This whole impeachment trial shit, like, you literally have people in there taking up all this time deliberating and discussing something that we all saw with our own eyes type shit. Like that's like that bitch ass nigga. What the fuck is that Fox News anchor? I don't know, some ugly ass white man who went on Fox News talking about how we don't know what happened on January 6th, but we do know that George Floyd died of drug overdose and not a knee to his neck for fucking almost 10 minutes. Like that type of shit. These motherfuckers, like they really love to they love to not see their own shit, but love to point the finger at motherfuckers that look like me. Overall, just not giving a fuck. Like, once again, people are in a position where they're struggling. A lot of people still out of jobs. Tucker Carlson, yeah, that bitch ass nigga. Fucking fucker Carlson. I swear, everybody, if I had the chance, if there's a genie that popped up to me right now and was like, you have unlimited wishes, one of those wishes will go to lining up every single person at Fox News and literally running my fastest down the line and just smacking all them niggas. And then run back down the other way. Slapping the taste out they motherfucking mouth. Bitch ass niggas, I hate them. Bro, they good enough that they invest $100,000 in shit they know we will need so they can get more bank off of suffering. Yeah, that's another thing. Some of these politicians knew what was gonna happen. They downplayed the pandemic. They downplayed the virus, right? And tried to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal. And then they went and invested in shit that people were going to eventually need, inevitably, so that they can bank off the pandemic. This is a fact. This is a whole fact. That's how much they don't give a fuck about y'all. Soul Train line smack. They play the game because they know their supporters are low education and will believe anything you tell them instead of doing their own research. Yeah, like you could tell the intelligence level of the people that do watch Fox News because, I mean, we saw what happened to George Floyd. We didn't have to go to the coroner and find out what type of drugs he was taking. It didn't fucking matter. I don't care if that nigga was off Sherm. I don't care if he had a motherfucking Sherm stick hanging out his motherfucking mouth when the shit happened. We watched a video. We watched him. I even saw, this is what I'm saying, the lengths that these weird ass white people will go to justify their hate for black and brown people. A motherfucker even said, you see earlier in the video, he was saying that he couldn't breathe and that he was going to die before he even got a knee on his neck. Bruh. How does that even, think about what you're saying. I don't understand. I'm not even going to get in that because I could talk about that all day. But even then, talking about that shit, like should I play that? I think I should play that. There's another video that Dave dropped earlier last year talking about the George Floyd incident. And he put it, the way he articulated it was in a way where I absolutely can't. But it was just it was beautiful how he put it. Tucker Carlson reads straight from the white nationalist supremacy handbook along with 99%. Exactly. You would have thought Stimmies was on the way as soon as new president hit office. LOL. Nope. They in the same lie shit. Bro, there's a Twitter account right now called it's like, what has Joe Biden done, or what's Joe Biden done yet? And this person is doing a countdown for how many days that he's been in office that he hasn't done the shit he said he was going to do. And like, what's crazy to me is how much they love to show people shit, because they know people love the visual shit and people will believe anything. So like, you remember the video when they were like, yeah, you know, Biden's first day in office, he signed all these executive orders. This nigga had a stack of executive orders sitting on his table. Tell me which one did anything for the pandemic, because that's what we're dealing with currently. Anything else is kind of irrelevant because people are dealing with a pandemic. I feel like the first executive order that should have been signed, that needed no debate, that needed no anything, that should have been passed and should have been sent out within the first few weeks of office, was the COVID relief bill. Like, think about, that's all them niggas was talking about. Even right before he got into office with the whole 600 or 2,000 shit. All they was talking about and debating was, oh, how much Americans should get and how important it is for Americans to get this and get that. What? Nigga, what the fuck? It's February 13th. He got sworn in. When did he get sworn in? Was that the day of the insurrection? That was the 6th, right? Bruh, he got sworn in on the 6th. It's been over a month since he's been in office. They just voted on the COVID relief bill, and they still have to get to, doesn't it still have to go through a whole nother process before it even gets before it gets passed? Like, I don't understand that shit. I don't understand how we let our government play us like this over and over again every year, and then they expect us to give them our vote. Like, imagine if we flipped everything around and was like, man, fuck that. Fuck everybody running. Let's get one of the people in our community, one of the people that we fuck with, who we know has a good heart, who we know has good intentions. On the 20th, that's what it is. Who we know has a good heart, who we know wants to do good by the people. Let's get him or her, and let's surround them with their team of people that they have. Because usually what happens, because I know a lot of people always say, yeah, there's definitely those people out there. Yeah, but those people always come in contact with some outside politician or somebody that works in politics and usually curves their agenda. Because no matter what, when you get huge in politics, there's always the people that want to curve your agenda and try to make you believe that there's something else more important than what you set out to do for the people. There's not a lot of people out there who just want to go out here and support and help the people because they get brought down the wrong line. See, the people have the power to do a lot of shit, which is, exactly what Dave expressed in this video. He didn't go to the big corporation and say, hey, let me do this, because they always fuck around. They always playing. Let me go to the people who actually genuinely give a fuck and want to see this happen. And let's bend the curve ourselves. Let's make our own curve. Let's turn time the way that we want to. Let's change history the way the people want it to be. Tucker was misrepresenting the autopsy report, saying that he had a low percentage of fentanyl found, when it's a fact that the human body produces a low level of fentanyl after you die. Whoa. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. Me personally, I didn't give a fuck about the autopsy, because if I watch you die on camera, and if I've watched a murder on camera, somebody murder somebody, like, there's no question that when you watch the video of King Von getting shot, there's no question that he was murdered. There's no question that he was shot. They didn't take no autopsy and say, hey man, we found high levels of marijuana in his system. I think the marijuana played a huge part. No, he got shot. The fuck are you talking about? You know how many fucking let me keep it a whole buck. You know how many fucking crackheads, meth heads, base heads, you know how many motherfuckers out here that literally live off of drugs? Bro, this nigga Steve-O from Jackass, that nigga, there's no way he should be alive today. If you don't know that man's history, there's no way that man should be alive today. I don't think there's nobody in this world that has done more drugs than Steve-O. And when I say drugs, I'm not talking about just a couple. I'm talking about every drug you can think of. Every drug you can think of. Literally, think of some shit. Anything, random shit. Even shit that you made up in your head. This man has done it all. I'm telling you right now, if somebody put a knee on Steve-O's neck for more than 8 minutes, he's going to die from a knee on his neck. Not because of the drugs he took. It don't make no sense. I don't even like the fact that that's in the conversation, but that's how white people move. That's how white supremacy moves. They need that excuse. As soon as they read the autopsy, the first thing they did was try to push the fentanyl fucking narrative. Like we didn't just watch the video. Like, damn. They're stuck on this unity and bringing the country together, but it's no time for that. Yeah, time to cut that check. Or just open the fuck back up. The nigga's the real Inspector Gadget. Bro, if you've never, Steve-O has a YouTube channel. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Steve-O has a YouTube channel, and what Steve-O has done is over his lifetime has videotaped so much of his fucking life. I'm talking about he has multiple tapes of his life from when he was a kid all the way through till now. And a lot of those videos show him doing drugs and doing wild shit. And he talks about all the drugs and all the wild shit that he did in his life and how he could have been dead if he didn't change his life around. But he's bruh, go if you have a chance to go watch that, man. After you get done watching this shit, go to Steve-O's YouTube channel and literally, it doesn't matter what video you click on. Just go through it. Just deep dive his fucking YouTube page. He has incredible fucking shit. Like, that shit will have you dying, bro. And it's like some shit that will probably usually be sad to somebody watching. Like, there's the depressed shit where people watch people like binge drugs and shit and be like, oh man, that's sad. But like watching Steve-O binge drugs is hilarious. I don't know why it's hilarious, but he makes it hilarious. He does that. It's not me. I'm not just watching this nigga do a line and all this crazy shit and then just like start laughing. Nah, this nigga makes it funny. Like, he does funny shit when he's fucked up. But anyway, I heard about Bam Margera. Yeah, I know. Bam Margera, he went right back down the wagon, man. And that's fucked up. He tried to hold it. He tried to hold the sober shit for a while, but you know what I'm saying? Shit gets to you. Especially when you a celebrity, man. You got so many fucking eyes on you. Regardless of how big you are at the time or how little you are at the time, people know who you are. And you still got to go through life as this person. Even if you want to be normal, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I hope and pray the best for Bam, man. It's another person that I fuck with, man. Like, I fuck with the Jackass crew heavy, especially in my generation. If you didn't fuck with Jackass, I don't know what's wrong with you, but that shit was probably the most unique, most crazy shit. Like, if anything Jackass taught you, it would be to have no fear. Literally to have no fear. And I'm not even talking about just going out and doing dumb, crazy shit. Nah, just like, nigga, if this nigga Steve-O can sit in a porta potty hooked up to bungee cords and send himself off into the fucking air and cover himself in fucking feces, nigga, I can make a song and put it out and not be scared of how people think I sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that type of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, fuck all that any and all excuses. They knew how to calm down a 6'9", 400-pound football player with mental issues. It's a rap on cop excuses. Yeah, you talking about that one NFL player that beat up his girlfriend, that almost killed her. Is that who you talking about, fool? Because that nigga should have got shot on the scene. Bitch ass nigga. And that's another thing they got to stop doing. Stop taking these white mass shooters in. Stop taking them into custody. Pop they motherfucking ass. Niggas find every excuse in the book to want to shoot a nigga, but a motherfucker that's actually out here strapped killing people, y'all niggas find every way to put fucking handcuffs on them. That don't make sense. Come on, man. I miss those days. We need to do a Jackass marathon. Yeah, we should. I want to do a Jackass marathon. I'm rewatching the entire Dave Chappelle show, even though I watched the entire thing the first time, but I did that before he made the special about not watching it and not getting no money from it. And when he talked about that shit, there was none of that shit, and then Netflix took it off anyway, so that was cool. But yeah, I want to do a Jackass marathon. I'm talking about all, the TV show and the movies. I want to do a Chappelle show marathon, that in the lost episodes. I want to do an and1 mixtape marathon where every and1 mixtape, I'm talking about from the first to the last that was made, and the ESPN series. Let's not forget that. I don't know if anybody remembers that shit. Like, who fuck with and1 Street? I know Fu did. I know JR did for sure, but and1 Street Ball was my shit. And when the mixtapes was enough, but then they came out with the fucking ESPN series, followed these niggas around on the bus, on tour. That was the best shit ever, especially if you was a basketball fan. I'm talking about so much shit I saw for the first time, the craziest shit. That was the first time I seen a nigga do a 720. This nigga spun twice in the air and dunked. I almost pissed myself. I didn't know what to do. My mom thought I was having a heart attack in the basement. She's like, what are you doing? I said, this nigga did a 720. She said, a what? He did a 720. I couldn't speak. I was fucked up. Antoine said, I didn't see the ESPN. Bro, look up the ESPN series. When I tell you it's so good, the series was so good. And I don't even mean, like, first of all, we talking about some unscripted, just regular. This was like one of the first times like they had a show where they were just following niggas around in their real life. Like, if you really want to keep it a buck, these the first reality stars and shit. Like, they followed these niggas around on tour. Every city, they introduced new street ball legends to people. Bro, that series was so good that I stayed home by myself one day to watch the marathon on ESPN instead of going to the Mall of America and getting a Cinnabon with my family. Do you know how much I love Cinnabons? Do you know how much I love Cinnabons? There's nothing I wouldn't do for a Cinnabon. But then I found out that there was something that I would do. And that was stay home and watch the marathon. I'm talking about from the beginning of the day until it got dark outside. I sat there on the couch in the basement and watched that marathon. If you've never seen it, look it up on YouTube. Go watch the series, man. It was fucking amazing. Slam ball. Fucking slam ball. I still to this day have dreams of jumping off trampolines and dunking on niggas. Stop playing with me. Slam ball was the shit. what was that one channel that showed the trampoline back? Yeah. Slam ball. Cinnamon booty bun. Bruh. Them motherfuckers is fire. Then right after, WWF. Let's see. Fuck. Damn, is there another? Damn, I can't think of nothing else. Slam ball was great. Fucking. There was something else I wanted to do that was on TV. But I can't think of that right now. But yeah, it is. Our childhood is really alike, man, especially with the shit we watched. We watched a lot of dope ass shit. Bro, I'm trying to think. I used to go to JR's house a lot as a kid. I don't think we really watched TV like that a lot. I think we was always like just in our own worlds, like doing random shit, like either playing video games or like, I don't know what the fuck. X Games, nigga. Bro. Motherfuckers didn't understand. I felt like I couldn't watch the X Games in public because I was a nigga. But I love the X Games. I love the X Games, bro. I used to watch that shit all the time. I'm like, look at these crazy ass white niggas doing this shit. Oh my God. Hey, bro, one of my favorite things was the BMX bike freestyle shit where niggas will be just on the pavement just like doing crazy ass stunts on a fucking BMX bike, just like hopping off it and shit. That shit was dope. Fucking, what was that? The high jump or the long jump or some shit where niggas would start high as fuck and then just dip down far as shit and then come up. Fucking, damn, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that called? It's an X Games shit where it was long as fuck and like the first jump, you fucking glided real fucking far and then you went back and then you fucking went off the ramp and tried to see how high you can get. They had a measure on the side. Like it was like the big air, some shit. Damn, man, I'm about to look that up. Big air event. Nah. Bro.
And Mitchie Brusco did it to 1080.
Mitchie Brusco.
All right.
Look
well,
at this
Trey
shit.
Wood wants to get a better
Look
score,
at this
and he's going to go
stupid
for that mute 7. Lands it. Let's see what he goes for. Might be a body varial. Varial 540 for Trey Wood. That was the first time he's done that.
Shit looks easy,
incredible.
huh?
Says, I
Bro,
see your
when you
10.
see how big that shit
Now
is.
check this out.
And that's what happens when big tricks start to be landed.
Now, by the way, he earned bronze in this very event.
I think that's from
year.
what's going on and from their tricks
Look
here.
at
They're
this
battling for silver. And he goes for the Indy 7.
He's got
That's
it.
really cool. Look at Clay. It's the alley-oop
Damn.
mute 5, and he gets it. Clay Kreiner, alley-oop.
That
Varial
shit's
540
not
on
fucking
the-
easy, fam.
That is insane.
The noisiest of
Because you got to do things. 5.
Who else in this bitch?
that enough to
I think-
leapfrog Trey.
Lanny off the land. He's going for
Like
a
just
big
based off of how they have to drop. Like you understand, a nigga on a regular ass little ramp and shit. When you fucking drop, niggas be terrified to drop 2 feet. These niggas gotta drop from like fucking 50.
Very close.
He got close.
It's the quarter that's giving him trouble right now, Bob.
Very technical. Very tough to land fakie off the land. He's going for a kickflip back 180, landing it every time, showing how consistent. Spinning really good. This might be it. Oh my gosh, Mitchie Brusco. Mitchie Brusco with a 1080.
That was a 1080.
Raven. He did a 1080. He cannot believe it. 80.
That nigga couldn't believe he did it.
Land fakie off the land. He's going for a kickflip back 180, landing it every time, showing how consistent. Spinning really good. This might be it. Oh my gosh, Mitchie Brusco. Mitchie Brusco with a 1080.
Great Odin's Raven.
He did a 1080. He cannot believe it. Yes, he's done it before, but to put it.
That nigga was stunned. That nigga was stunned. Hold on. Slam ball highlights? Slam ball highlights, anyone? Hold on. We got to play my beast behind it because we don't want to get flagged by the one times. You feel me? We don't want to get flagged by the one times. We're going to play our own music behind this motherfucker. We don't care about none of this shit. I want to see slam ball highlights, nigga. Bitch, get that out of here, bitch. 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 Look at that. What? White dude. Damn, they all rushed him. Why they all humping him? Is that why slam ball got canceled? I'm just kidding. Look at him. He said, dude, why'd you guys have to bum rush me like that, dude? What up, Jay Monte? We watching slam ball highlights. We went into some nostalgic shit. Started talking about some nostalgia. Niggas used to get up. Where the posters at when niggas was posterizing niggas, man? Oh, here we go. Oh, this is my shit. Look. I actually remember this. Watch this. Niggas didn't know how to shoot the basketball. All they knew how to do was motherfucking run and dunk. Punk, bitch. Ooh. You see what I'm talking about? Like shit like that. Shit like that was legal. Look. Bounce it. What? This was the craziest league of all time. Like, what? Oh, you remember this nigga? That nigga used to get up. Damn. I forgot you could do that. Nigga got checked hard as fuck. Hey, these niggas thought they was doing some shit. Niggas had trampolines and no rules. These niggas thought they was killing the game. Yo, for real. Yo. On everything I love, man. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Believe in yourself, bet on yourself, trust yourself. Do everything that you put your fucking mind to. Dave Chappelle is one of those people who embodies that shit. And if you are a fan of that man, you know that it's important for you to be who you are and to trust the process, man. Trust your instincts. I'm sure that man didn't fully know where his career would end up when he left that show, but I'm pretty sure he knew he left keeping his mind intact, and that's really what it comes down to, because if you know the pattern of Hollywood, you know that a lot of these motherfuckers end up crazy, end up fucked up mentally. And even when it looks like your favorite celebrity has it all together and they rich and they living life, the motherfuckers is probably going through it, internally. And I think Dave set the tone now for everybody who gives a fuck about their work and gives a fuck about their art. And these creatives deserve what they're owed. He deserved to get paid for that show. If it wasn't for Dave Chappelle, there would be no Chappelle Show. So we tip our hats off and we give our flowers to the young old god. And we make sure that we do it while he's still here on this earth, and we don't wait until it's too late to show that love and show that admiration, that respect. So yeah, man, this was my take on the situation and how I feel about Dave Chappelle's Redemption Song, man. And I really hope he continues to drop these nice little jewels on his Instagram, because they have been really, really, really enjoyable to watch. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy for him, man. I'm really happy that not only did he get the Chappelle Show back, but we got the Chappelle Show back. We got it back. As the fans, the people that supported, the people that rode for Dave for all these years. Like he said, he took 12 years off, and as soon as he came back, the people put him right back on top. That's how much they love that man, and that's how much they respect him, man. So let's continue to give our legends the flowers and that they deserve, and the respect that they deserve, and the love that they deserve while they're here on this earth. And let them know that, the shit that they do is worth it, man. I would have hated to see, down the road, Dave Chappelle leaving this earth and that show wasn't his, you know what I'm saying, before he left, something that he can leave for his kids. Not to say that he doesn't have the equity or the means to leave something behind for his kids now without the Chappelle Show, but I think that would be something that would be great to leave in the legacy of the Chappelle home. Have that be something that is theirs as a family, and no big business, no corporation can hold that, can control it, can take it, can profit off of it. That was that man's hard work and the people that helped him behind him. I hope everybody that was involved with the show sees a piece of the money that he got for the show, because a lot of the people that did help on the show made it what it is today. It wasn't just Dave. It was Neil. It was motherfucking Donnell. It was motherfucking Charlie Murphy. It was motherfucking Patrice O'Neal. It was motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? It was Bill Burr. It was motherfucking all the niggas behind the scenes, the cameramen, the motherfucking the boom mic niggas, everybody that was involved with that show, man, deserves a piece of the pie, because they made it what it is today. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Follow me on my socials above. Go check out my brand new beat album. If you like that beat you heard a few minutes ago, I got a beat album out right now. Link above. Go check that out. It's free to listen to, free to download, or you can purchase it as a way to help support me. I really appreciate that. I'm going to follow everybody back who follows me on my socials, and I hope y'all have a really good day, man. Peace. GMS. Put some 420s in the comments if you smoked the devil's lettuce. I'm out. New beat tape out. Go get it. Purchase if you like.